Hello students. In this video we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 1 functions. In the previous video we discussed about what is meant by pure function, what is meant by impure function and what is the difference between pure function and a impure function. Now in this video class we are going to discuss about one example for pure function, that is GCD algorithm. Okay. So we know how to calculate GCD. In the lower section also we studied what is the expansion of GCD? Greatest common divisor. We are going to find out the greatest common divisor of two positive integer numbers. Okay. Now in this example we are going to find out the greatest common divisor of two positive integer numbers. The algorithms are given in your book, that is let rec GCD a b colon equal. Here let is the keyword. We know let is a keyword is used to specify a function. And then rec is also the keyword is used to specify the recursive function. And then GCD is the name of the function. Here two parameters is passed to this function, that is a and b. And then colon equal to, here you specify the function definition, that is if b not equal to 0. Here greater than and less than symbol is used to specify not equal to. Okay. If is the conditional checking statement. If you want to check any values, then you can use a if statement. If b not equal to 0. The symbol in programming language we are using exclamatory equal to. In algorithmic we are using the greater than and less than symbol, less than and greater than symbol for not equal. Okay. b not equal to 0. Then GCD b of a mod b. Here the function can call itself. What is meant by recursive function? A function can call itself is known as a recursive function. Okay. Here the function GCD can call itself. So we call it as a recursive function. That's why we are using the keyword rec. Okay. So otherwise if the value of b is not equal to 0, then it goes to the else block. Okay. If it is equal to 0, then it goes to the else block, that is return a. Okay. So now we just see the manual example for how to calculate the GCD number, and then we discuss this algorithm with the implementation of given inputs. Okay. Okay students, now we can see how to calculate the GCD for the given numbers. Now in this example I am taking two integer numbers, that is 6 and 8. Now we are going to calculate the GCD for 6 and 8. How we can calculate? First you can find out the prime factor of this numbers. Okay. So first I will find the factors of 6. The GCD calculation we start from the minimum number. Okay. So as smallest number division. Okay. So the number is 6. So 6 is divided by 2. So 3 2s are 6. So 6 divided by 2, 3 2s are 6. The remainder is 0. Again 3 divided into 3. Okay, 3 divided by 3, the remainder is 1, and then the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 0. Okay, so we just divide a number 6. So and then we get the quotient and the remainder values. And then I will divide a number 8 by 2. In GCD we must take the smallest number for division. Okay, so 8 divided by 2. So 2 4s are 8. So 4, remainder is 0. Again this 4 can be divided by 2. So 4 by 2. 4 by 2, 2 2s are 4. The remainder is 0. Okay. Again we can divide this 2 by 2. So 2 by 2, the remainder is 0. And then quotient is 1. Okay. So we get this values. Now you can write your prime factors of this number. So 6 equal to 2 into 3 into 1. So 2 3s are 6. Okay. So 6 into 1, again we get the number 6. And then the prime factors of 8 is 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 into 1. So we get the value 8. Okay, is it clear? So now you see the common factor of this two devices. Okay, so for this 6 and then 8, 2 is common number. Okay, we just circle this 2 numbers, and then 1 is also common. So we take the GCD value. GCD is equal to 2 into 1. So we get the GCD for this given number as 2. Okay, now you can understand how to calculate the GCD value for the given 2 numbers. Yes, is it clear? First you can find out the prime factors of given numbers and then write the prime factors for that equivalent number and find the common factors of this number. So and then write the common factor. That common factors is known as the GCD number of GCD of the given number. Okay, greatest common divisor. Now we see that algorithm. Okay, so see in your algorithm, in your book, the input given in your book is 13, 27. We are going to find out the GCD of this numbers. Okay, so 13 is a prime number. We know no prime number can be divided by only prime numbers having only 2 factors, that is their number itself and 1. Okay, so 13 is a prime number, so 13 can be divided only by 13. So 13 divided by 13 we get a 1 quotient and the remainder is 0. Okay, and then one more number is 27. So we take the smallest number for division. Okay, 3. So 9 3s are 27. So 9 is quotient and remainder is 0. Again we divide 9 by 3. So 3 3s are 9. Okay, so 3 quotient and then remainder again 0. Again we divide this 3 by 3. So 3 3s are 3 by 3 is equal to 1 quotient and then 0 is remainder. So we just write the prime factors of this number. 13 equal to 13 into 1 and then 27 prime factors are 3 into 3 into 3 into 1. Okay, now you can see what are the common factors is there. Only one common factor is there, that is 1. So the GCD of this given number, that is 13 and 27, the GCD value is 1. 1 into 1 we get the value 1 only. Okay, now you can see how your algorithm is executed. That is in your test book one algorithm is given. No, how this algorithm is executed for this input and how we can get the output. Okay, so what is the output of this 13 and 27? The GCD number of this number 13 and 27 is 1. Okay, so now you can see the algorithm. Okay, so we already see let is the keyword is used to specify this is a function, and rec is also the keyword. It is used to specify the recursive function. So when the function is called recursion, when the function can call itself is known as a recursive function. So say this line here GCD B, here we can see GCD B within bracket A mod A B. Okay, so this is the recursive call statement. So when the control reaches this statement, again this function invoked, so we call it as a recursive function. Okay, here GCD is the function name and A B is the parameters passed to this function. So it will check the value, and then when this condition is true, the statements can be executed, otherwise the control transferred to the else block. Okay, so now you can substitute the values of this functions. Okay, step 1, first step, we are passing the parameters. What are the input we are giving? We pass the input 13 and 27. Okay, so GCD of 13, 27. This is a function call statement. Okay, so once this value is passed to here, the value of A is 13 and then value of B is 27. Check the condition. So if statement is used to checking the condition. So 27 not equal to 0. This condition is true. Okay, so when this condition in programming, how we can write this not equal symbol? I told you, less than greater than symbol we are writing in the algorithmic statement. In programming, how we can write this one? Not equal to exclamatory symbol equal to. Okay, so this is the symbol used for not equal. Okay, so 27 not equal to 0. This condition is true. 27 is not equal to 0. So the condition is true. So when the condition is true means the control goes to this line, that is it called the function. Okay, when the condition is true means the control goes to the next line, that is GCD of B comma. Here in programming we can write B comma A mod B. Okay, so in algorithm we just leave a space. In programming we can write B comma A mod B. Okay, so now we can substitute the value of B A mod B. Okay, so what is the value for B? 27, and then value of A is 13 mod 27. So we 13 mod 27. Now we are going to divide a number 13 by 27. Okay, so 13 by 27. So we divide this one. We are not able to divide a number 13 by 27. So we put 0. 0 27s are 0. So the remainder is, we just see this, the remainder is 13. Quotient is 0. Okay, so what is the remainder value you can get? 13. So we just to put mode operator is used to return the remainder value. Okay, so 13 divided by 27. We are not able to divide a number 13 by 27. So we just to put 0. 0 27s are 0. The remainder is 13. Okay, so we take the remainder value 13. 27 13. Again, this is a function call statement. That is, it goes to the second step. Now the value of A is 27 and then value of B is 13. Again, it check the condition 13 not equal to 0. So when this condition is true, again the function can invoke, that is GCD of B comma A mod B. Now we substitute the value for B and A. GCD of 13 comma 27 mod 13. So now you can see this 27 mod 13. 27 divided by 13. 27 divided by 13 means what we get? 2 13s are 26. Okay, 2 13s are 26. The remainder is 1. What we get? The remainder is 1. Okay, GCD of 13 comma here mode operator returns the remainder value. So 27 divided by 13. What we get? The remainder value 2 13s are 26. The remainder value is 1. So 13 comma 1. Again it will invoke the function call. Okay, that is, it goes on the third step. Now the value of A equal to 13 and the value of B equal to 1. Okay, can you able to understand? Okay, so 1, again it check the condition 1 not equal to 0 and the condition is true. Yes, 1 is not equal to 0. So the condition is true. Again it call the function. It goes to the next statement, that is GCD B of A mod B. Okay, now we substitute the value. What is the value for B? The value of B is 1. The value of A is 13 and mod 1. So 13 mod 1. 13 divided by 1. So what we get? We get the quotient as 13 and then remainder is 0. Okay, remainder is 0. So we get the value GCD of 1 comma 0. Okay, so again this statement is invoke a function. Okay, this is a function call. How we can call a function? We invoke a function by using the function name. Here the function name is GCD. Okay, now we are passing the value 1 comma 0. Now it goes to the step 4. Here we are passing the parameters 1 comma 0. Okay, so now you see. So step 4, in step 4 we just pass the value GCD of 1 comma 0. Okay, so in the last function call, what is the value we are passing? GCD of 1 comma 0. Here the value of A is 1 and then value of B is equal to 0. Now next statement, check the condition, that is B not equal to 0. Here we substitute the value for B. What is the value for B? The value of B is 0. 0 not equal to 0. Condition is false because 0 is equal to 0. Once the condition is false, the control transfer to the else block. Okay, so when the condition is true means the GCD statements can be repeated again and again. Okay, when the condition is false, it automatically the control transfer to the else block. Now in else block, what is the statement is given? Return A. It return the value of A. Okay, so what is the value for A stored in this step? The value of A is 1. So we get the output 1. Okay, is it clear? It returns A. We get the output 1. Now it is clear. We are passing the input 13 comma 27. What is the GCD value for this numbers? 1. Okay, we got this the result of 1 now. One more example is also given in your book that you can work out. Okay, so what is the number is given for that example? 20536 and then one more number is 7826. You just try this number and find out the answer for this. Okay, students, thank you. In the next video we discuss the next algorithmic problem given in your book. Thank you, students.